Yo, what's up guys, it's Unstoppable. What I got for you today is a gameplay on grind, going 29-4 using the LMG Mk, and I am using the Orbital V-Sat along with Sentry Gun and the Hellstorm Fire Missile. And I kinda wish there was a different map, but because this map is like almost the pre-selected optional most all the time, I was hoping to do maybe some downhill, but unfortunately this is the only map I can provide, and because I was actually surprised of what kind of score streak and what kind of kill streak I did go on, I don't see many YouTubers using this gun much, so which is why I'm surprised that I ended up going the score I did go with it. And my attachments are the quick draw and the EO test kit. I have some weird ass difficulty to pronounce the name for some reason. But anyway, with the quick draw, you know, it's obviously for aiding down your sight faster than your original standard ADS. But because I think the LMG of how heavy it is, or how heavy Treyarch utilized it as, it doesn't seem to make much of a big difference. It only seems to shave about half a second off of your regular ADS time, so I think it's pretty much just I think it's best just to have the target finder, which is probably the best in my opinion. It's kind of cheap. It's like acting like a heartbeat sensor, except for there's like a red square reticle notifying you where the enemy's position is. So yeah, I know, I just think it's kind of cheap. But if you guys did that kind of stuff, then by all means go right ahead and use the attachment. It's really beast. I'm currently working my way down a line of LMGs right now, so I'm currently working on my what's that second LMG. I don't remember what the name of it is, but its rate of fire is not too bad, but it kind of bounces more so than when you see the Mk. But I ended up putting it for the team, which is I was really surprised when I found out the score. I was 29-4. I was like, woohoo! You know, I was kind of challenging myself here to see how well I can do with the LMG, which I'm gonna start, you know, trying to do from now on to see how well I do with random guns and all that stuff. And LMGs are really a weapon I don't use due to the fact that I only think of it as a support class to help the enemy, or sorry, my teammates shoot down air support and all that stuff. But I don't know, I just thought I'd give myself a new challenge, and also ability to do something more exciting. See how I can do it upon myself. And what I want to discuss with you guys today is my player skill and how I become a better player. Honestly, the only way I can describe that is when I was in a party with a buddy of mine. I thought to myself, you know, maybe instead of waiting for the enemy to come to me, I'll go to them. You know, try to rush their spawn. Whenever I see red dots on the screen, I'll try and rush towards that area. And sure enough, like with the class that I run, which is lightweight, extreme conditioning and scavenger, or even toughness, you know, when they shoot you, you don't flinch as much, and there's more fair gunfights that are rightfully yours. For me, I've actually chosen that class. So yeah, so basically how I go about that is I just rush their side. Yes, I do suffer the bad torturements of running into a lot of shock charges, bouncing betties, which happens to become more frequent as I you know, pursue the enemy. But usually I just switch up the perks and usually go engineer, because I know I can detect them. So I use the black hat, which I was really surprised at with the amount of revenge or how I can make someone's equipment act against themselves is just priceless. It makes me laugh. It's like the best feeling in the world as a COD player to experience, is to use enemies' equipment against their own will. But unless they have a black hat, I guess it's kind of like a fail attempt. But I noticed that there's a lot of kills in here, which I get extremely lucky with. I don't know what it is. It seems to be how I decide to play with my connection and the gameplay. And I sort of noticed on how the gameplay is kind of light. I'm not sure if that's why that's theater mode for you, but this is where I like to record most of my gameplay footages, because of the fact that I can actually do beast and then, you know, go over it later. It's just how I like to cooperate. I know it's not the best thing to do because of the leg compensation and all that stuff, or whatever effect. And this guy here is trying to, you know, see if he can outthink or outsmart me, and he fails, of course. And here's where I earned my first Hellstorm Fire Missile. I like to show how many people I get. I think I get these two guys over here. Anyway, back on topic about the whole new competitive game player experience. I end up, like, you know, I haven't really tried this technique on other Call of Duties yet, which I'm yet to find out, which I don't know, servers are really different, so it's all dependent on how the servers are gonna, you know, cooperate with me and everything. So I'm not too sure how that's gonna be. I've yet to test that out. But I found out in this game that it's really worked well with me, along with my connection and everything. So it's, you know, it's working as planned. I'm getting more kills than I obviously would just by standing back and waiting for the enemy to come to me, which is, you know, really boring, because it's like, okay, so is someone gonna come or not? You know, it's kind of like waiting for your freaking first girlfriend to, you know, make up their mind whether they want to go on a date with you, except for you're waiting for your enemies to come by. And unfortunately, I don't really have any girlfriend experience. I just use the example from other people's relationships and all that stuff. And that kill right there, I'm actually surprised I got, because, you know, this guy, he was ahead of me. He had the right advantage on me, but I don't know, his reaction time, I guess, was a little bit off. And I end up, you know, corner sectioning this part, so, you know, I can defend the flank, and, you know, it's where they seem to spawn the most. So just kind of holstering this part here. I end up dying, of course. But yeah, so I don't know, I just find my player skill increasing a lot. My KD's gone up a lot more. It used to be at 172, but it's now, well, it used to be at 187, but because I decided to play with a friend of mine, you know, do some hardcore, it's something I can't really commit to the same player ambition as if I were to do when I'm playing core matches, because of the fact that it's hardcore, you don't have no hood, your damage penetration is a lot more, your health is only at 30 minutes health, so pretty much one shot from you with just long range can kill you. So that's why hardcore is a little bit more tackier to deal with, more so than core, because you there's more camping involved and all that stuff. And I actually just like double kill there. This whole gameplay itself blew my mind, just how well I did with the Mk48. And this guy here steals my kills by doing a random ass freaking killing combat knife or whatever. Yeah, so besides the point, the game is rounding up here, so I'm gonna get to the point and, you know, end off this topic. So yeah, that's pretty much my gamer experience. I'm pretty sure you guys had the same thing. If you guys did enjoy this video, if you could smash that 5 like button right there, that'd be awesome. It'd be a great start to find out how well I'm doing. And you guys can obviously leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below of how I'm doing with this so far. And as always, have a nice day.